Happy New Year. This month I'm going to be exploring planning your professional development for 2025. So if that sounds of interest, keep watching. So it's January and it's a great time to be having a think about what you'd like to achieve in 2025. But what does that actually mean? How are you actually going to go about making it happen, and what do you need to do? And I shared an article by Dorie Clark about planning your professional development, in which she talks about 3 key areas to focus: learning, connecting, and creating. Learning is about identifying what you need to learn about in order to achieve your ambition. Connection is who you may need to build relationships with or develop relationships in order to make it happen, who are those people who can help. And creating is what are you going to create that increases your brand or your visibility, or is going to help you achieve and engage people along the way to making things happen. So to bring this to life, I thought I'd think about something that I need to achieve in 2025. Last year I reached out to all my mailing lists and asked them what they liked about my social media and what they might like more of. And there was a big positive response to the idea of podcasts in relation to coaching and leadership development. So this year I've committed to creating some podcasts around hot coaching topics and other leadership development topics. And I need to think about what that means in terms of learning, connecting, and creating. So in terms of learning, I actually work with a social media guy, Alan Teresa, who helps me with all of my social media and has been kind of coaching me or training me in terms of podcasts and how to go about producing them and how to make them interesting and how to run them and to record them, etc. So that's one of the key elements of learning. I also ran a little pilot at the back end of last year with a couple of co-hosts, which we all learned a lot from in terms of how we came across, etc. And I'm going to continue to keep learning as I record podcasts through the course of 2025. So in terms of connecting, I need to think about who I could invite as co-hosts or guests, if you like, on my podcasts. The 2 guests I had in my pilot podcast were Kat Tarbuck, an occupational psychologist and executive coach, and Susan Tomlinson, a psychotherapist. And it was great to have them on board and to learn together in terms of running a pilot, etc. And I need to be thinking about who I might invite to co-host or be guests on podcasts going forwards based on what topics I think are relevant and of interest. So there's some of the key connections I need to think about for 2025. And in terms of being creative, I need to create some engaging, relevant podcasts as I go forwards over the course of the year and produce those and publish them to my social media. So that is one of my professional development areas for 2025. What are yours? What are your ambitions for 2025? And how does learning, connection and creation play into those? If you would like to have a conversation about that in terms of shaping it, or you already know what they are and you'd like to have a conversation about making it happen, then please get in touch and I'll be delighted to hear from you. Coaching helps individuals and teams at all stages and in all sectors. So if you'd like to know how coaching and other leadership development services could be of use to you, go to davidalcottcoach.com and press the Get in Touch button on the home page for a free conversation about how they could work for you.